this plan recognizes is that while the federal government can play a leading role in encouraging the reforms and high standards we need, the impetus for that change will come from states and from local schools and school districts. Just this week, we received some encouraging news.
In recent months, we've seen encouraging signs on that front.
So we're encouraging Americans to ask what you can do to support our troops and their families in this holiday season.
This follows encouraging economic news from increased auto sales to continued expansion of our manufacturing sector. Now, it means encouraging businesses to create more jobs and pay higher wages, and improving education and job training so that more people can get the skills that businesses are looking for. And America will lead global efforts to combat the threat of a changing climate by encouraging developing nations to transition to cleaner sources of energy, and by engaging our international partners in this fight.
We know that ISIL and other terrorist groups are actively encouraging people around the world and in our country to commit terrible acts of violence, oftentimes as...
They're the folks I grew up with. The boy with the most courage, the most compassion. The man with the brave heart and the generous soul whose words were always encouraging. And the son who made his mom proud every time he turned and smiled at her. And the friend you knew you could count on, the guy who always had your back.
And while it's somewhat encouraging that this number is lower than it's been in each of the past 6 months, it's still a sobering toll.
Would you talk about how your reforms would incorporate wellness and encouraging people to take more responsibility for their own health care?
Well, I think it's a great question.
We think that the more that we're encouraging efficient, smart care, that's going to be good for providers, that's going to be good for patients. That actually frees up more money so that we, in some cases, can provide higher reimbursements for folks who right now are not getting sufficient reimbursement. The biggest, by far, violators of human rights right now are the cartels themselves that are kidnapping people and extorting people and encouraging corruption in these regions. So the Commission can help encourage the adoption of these common sense best practices by doctors and medical professionals throughout the system. Everything from reducing hospital infection rates to encouraging better coordination between teams of doctors. Of discoveries. And the next generation of discoverers. That's why my administration has set this goal. One of the encouraging signs is that, at least with respect to Louisiana, it seems that we made some progress. Arnie Duncan's here tonight because these are the values, these are the changes that he's encouraging in every school in this nation. Up until this past May, we were not only waiving fees for entrepreneurs who took out small business administration loans, we were also encouraging more community banks to make loans to responsible business owners.